Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
What's going on, race fans, and welcome to All-Star 15 TV. On the broadcast tonight, it is the ACAR Frey Trucking Series coming to you live from Chicagoland Speedway. It's race number 2 of the season. Qualifying underway, and we are going to have a barn burner of a race tonight. It is a hot, slick racetrack, looking at about 100 degrees. 100 laps, 3 sets of tires, and we're looking at just about 25 drivers. Gonna be absolutely insane. I'm gonna jump to Zach Domer, see what he can put down for a lap time. Glad to have you all with us this evening. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow if you haven't yet. We are gonna be doing this all season long to crown a champion. Domer is going to be good for 9th. That's going to finish his qualifying attempt. Going to drop all the way back to Mitchell Muma. Out of 4 to the line. This will finish the 98's qualifying. Good for 15th. Tyler Aspinall now coming across the line. He jumped to P8 he goes. Chad Waller goes to 5th. Brian Frey looking to better a 23rd starting position. Series sponsor on the hood of that 32. He is squirrely out of 4. That's going to slow him down. Will he gain anything? No, he will not. Jump to Paul Irvin here in the very famous 48 Ally Chevy Silverado. Out of 4. He'll finish qualifying at a 3rd position. Matt Cochran now. He's going to go to 15th. We have 28 drivers on the track. You also have Cody Fink and TJ Barnier, who joined in to be the race control for the evening. But qualifying is over. We're going to go side by side while everything gets finished out with the drivers meeting. We'll come back and we'll finish wrapping up this pre-race before we send all 28 of these trucks hitting the loud pedal down to turn 1, but we will be right back.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, The nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back to All-Star 15 TV, race number 2 from Chicagoland Speedway, the Trash Panda Sim Racing 150 in the ACAR Frey Trucking Series. Glad to have you with us. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow, do all that wonderful stuff to promote the channel and everything forward. But as we have about 2 minutes left in this warm-up, you're going to see some drivers practice that pit road entry. It's going to be very difficult at these high speeds, but we're just going to have to wait and see. We have 100 laps, 150 miles. What's going on, Gary? I see you in the YouTube chat. Good luck, my friend. Have fun out there, because that's important, and hopefully you can keep that truck nice and clean, and we can maybe talk to you by the end of the night. But currently 11 people watching on the YouTubes. Glad to have you. Very excited what this channel has down in the next month. Right now we're going to keep up with the ACAR all the way through the holidays. But starting September 17th, right here on the All-Star 15 channel, Tuesday and Wednesdays, we will bring you XMS, their Truckin Xfinity series. So if you're into more truck series and another Xfinity series that are just going to absolutely blow your minds away with how crazy the racing's going to be. Very, very tough. Very, very fun. We had their All-Star race, I think about 2 weeks ago. That was a very nice success. Have on the channel. So if you want to go back and watch a really great All-Star race, it's a couple videos back. But 13 people, that's a lot. Wow, cool. We're just growing. I like it. I like the style. 30 seconds left in warm-up. I did put the link to our store in the chat, so if anybody wants some All-Star 15 TV merch, some Wrestling with Nerds merch, or the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast merch, you can find it all right there. I want to thank Falcon Grafix, Mick. I don't know if you still watch these, but thank you for helping me out with some graphics back in the day. So you will be still shown very, very happily on the channel. The Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast, the Wrestling with Nerds podcast, it's all on the same channel with the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. My wonderful wife did just come out with a Facebook food blog called Dining with Nerds. Go check that out. It kind of just showed our venture up towards Salem, Massachusetts for the weekend and all this cool stuff we ate at, some of the drinks we had. If you're one of the people that likes to explore food-wise, that's the Facebook page you want to join. Looks like we got fog starting. Let's hit that starting lineup for everybody watching at home. James Shane Wolf is going to be your pole sitter this evening. Adam Capps sitting in second. Third, Paul Irvin. Fourth, Brady Floyd. In that fifth position, Brett Murphy, Chad Waller in sixth. Seventh, it's Dustin Buck. Eighth, it's Derek Stanley. Ninth, Dustin Griffiths. And rounding out that top 10, the 29 of Tyler Aspinall, Joe Darnell, Zach Domer, Callum Downey, Brandon Dunford, and Matt Cochran from 11th to 15th. Brandon Griffiths, Michael Sheely, Gary Wells, Mitchell Muma, and Chris Sawyer rounding out that top 20. And you're going to see everybody else focus across the your screen. But this is going to be fun. I am very excited for this race tonight. Chicagoland has always been one of my favorite racetracks to come towards. It's different. It's literally AAD. The backstretch is curved, so it's going to throw a couple wrenches into some runs going into turn number 3. But let's check the wonderful weather we have in Joliet, Illinois. We're looking at about 79 degrees for everybody sitting on the benches up in the stands. Track temp looking at a 94, and we are under a cloudy skies for this race. Like I said, 100 laps, 150 miles. It's the Trash Panda Sim Racing 150. But let's get her going. Just a half a lap away from going green. Who is everybody rooting for? Who's your driver or team? Let's throw that out there too, so we don't exclude anybody. Well, that's what everybody's driving. The only Toyota in that top 10 is our pole sitter, James Shane Wolf. Then you have to go all the way back to, waiting for it to focus, back to 15th for Matt Cochran. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to All Star 15 TV. We are moments away from hitting our first green flag.
Green, green, green.
And green flag in the air. And that bottom lane is stacking up for a run to turn 1. Shane Wolf goes bottom to top right in front of Adam Capps. You saw the 48, a little squirrely out of 2. Those tires got to come to temperature. Shane Wolf lose first time through 3. He's going to hold on to it. Going to keep the lead with a big run from Adam Capps out of 4. Brady Floyd in the 20 right behind the 2. Adam Capps is taking the lead. He's scrubbing the wall. Big scrub on that outside wall. That's going to allow the 1, the 48, and the 20 to go by. Doesn't look too bad on damage-wise off the number 2. He's going to regroup, refires. The 20's going to come down, smack the 48. Big wiggle out of the 20. That's going to cost the 48 multiple positions. He's back to 9th. What a crazy event that Paul Irvin able to save that truck, losing multiple positions, but able to keep it underneath him and keep going, as now he's battling with the 12 of Joe Darnell. But up front, it is Shane Wolf, Floyd, and Capps all under a bubble. number 1, 2, and 3. A little bit further back, that's Gary Wells in the 27 newcomer. Missed last week, joined during the week. And he is already plus 7 positions up to that 11th position. Hauling the mail early. Let's jump on board with the 27. Nice and smooth, running that semi-high lane. You see the correction with how loose the truck is right now. But he's going to get a nice exit off of turn 4. Pulling right up to the back bumper of the 48. And these two have raced against each other many times. Not here in ACAR, but in other leagues. So they know how each other drive. They know how good of a pusher Gary is, or what kind of each other's strategies are going to be throughout the run. You get used to driving with people, so you know what they're going to do. That 29 of Tyler Aspinall, right where he qualified, sitting 10th. Looks like he's just riding around, trying to get through the race. We are already 7 laps into this event. On a tank of fuel, they can go about 30 laps. You're going to see the tires degrade a heck of a lot faster than that. Oh, Nate Orlovsky in the wall. Out of 2. Sitting in that 23rd position in the Corn Hub car. Looks like he's got the 07 loose. That's Taylor Wasson. And my broadcast partner has finally made it to the broadcast booth. TJ, how you doing, my friend?
What's up, buddy? I heard we're at Speedway, Illinois.
Yeah, stop it. Stop it.
Oh,
there goes the 20. He's getting turned.
The yellow flag
Big
is
Rick
out.
out of 4.
Oh, man. Well, as much fun as I had being over here, I'll be back.
And he'll be back, and here it is. Adam Capps just gets to the left rear of the 20, and they just connect, and there it goes. I'm going to drop that back once again. Let's see what we got here. Big Rick. Looks like the 20 just got to him, gave him a quick bump, and then just they connected and kept going. 20 stays up. And the 2's going to go spinning through the grass. I'll try to find out who that pink car was. Murphy, and that would be Waller. That would be Chad Waller. See how much damage he gets, because he's going to get a good smack a couple times, and he's going to spin right through the grass. Doesn't look like a ton of damage either. I think, honestly, him blinking out probably was the best for him, because it negated some of that damage. But on pit road from Shane Wolf, Buck, Irvin, Aspinall, Wells, Cochran, Muma, Sawyer, Steele, Wasson, Orlowski, Erickson, Elam, and Domer all came to pit road. Still on pit road, Ryan Frey, Brady Floyd, Joe Hutchins, and Alan Michael Bennett, along with Brandon Griffiths, are still on pit road. And then not pitting under this first caution, 9 laps in, Adam Capps, Brett Murphy, Chad Waller, Derek Stanley, Joe Darnell, Brandon Dunford. Welcome back, Brandon. In 7th, not pitting, Dustin Griffiths, Gatlin Downey, and Michael Sheely. And it looks like they're coming down pit road now. So count me wrong on that. So very eventful between 2 heavy hitters this evening. Still can't believe it happened, to be honest with you. But we are lining them up, getting ready again. But we'll see if we can go back and check it out one final time before we get the one to go. Looking for it. That way we don't have to back it up completely. There it is. Oh, this is the end of it, but just gonna take another view from it. Adam Caps in the 2, you could see him. Take it from the chopper cam. It's just a small bump that unsettled the 20. And it doesn't look like there's a lot of damage on the 20 either. I know he's back on pit road to try to fix as much damage as possible, but still, doesn't look like there's a ton of damage, as Joe Hutchings is back on pit road, topping off, and away he's gonna go. Lights are off on the iRacing pace truck. 77 of Derek Stanley on the inside to the 64 of Brett Murphy on the outside. Dustin Griffiths, Brandon Dunford, your second row. Shane Wolf and Gatlin Downey in your row number 3. Thank you to all the sponsors in the bottom right-handed corner. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe, follow, do all that wonderful stuff to help this channel grow. We are just a turn and a half away from hitting the loud pedal once again with 2 newcomers up on that front row. There goes the pace truck into the box, and we are green. Into turn 1, it's all 64. Brett Murphy pulling away down to the inside lane. The only battle we have right there is for that 3rd position, where Brandon Dunford is plus 11 positions in the 19 Black Rifle Coffee Ford F-150. As here comes Shane Wolf on those fresh Goodyear Eagles.
Sup, buddy?
Hey, so how is that ruled? Was that just a racing incident, or was Adam Caps given a penalty for spinning?
EOL to the 2 car. He was pretty much already back there, but I mean, it put him behind the one other guy that was back there. But we did make note of it for rule purposes. He just, I mean, it's hard racing, but you're pushing in the corner on lap like 10.
Oh, it was very hard racing, and I think the 20 might have slightly gotten loose, and that allowed the 2 to get right back to the bumper of him and just give him a tap, but by then, already gone, happened. But early on in this race, it has been very eventful. Some of these trucks able to do exactly what they want. But that 23 at Griffiths immediately goes to the high side there, lets the 1 on by, and he's just going to try to hold on to that 5th position as he's putting down pretty good lap times. But how's pulling double duty there, dude?
I mean, it ain't bad, you know. Here at Speedway, Illinois, it's nerve-wracking, honestly.
I'm about
gotta watch the
mute you.
restarts. Dude, they were all over in the
I'm aware.
in the
I'm
driver
aware.
chat asking for it, so I figured I'd give them a little love and help them out for you.
Yeah.
Just be glad I haven't hit the button.
It's not like they're gonna hear it anyway, as the 60 of Buck almost watches right up into Tyler Aspinall.
But yeah, it's interesting. Like I said, you know, I gotta watch restarts. I gotta help make calls. At some point this season, I may not have help in the race control booth. It may just be me. So we're just taking it as we go.
That might be scary for everybody involved. Michael Steele battling with Gatlin Downey. New driver this week.
Love the field size this week. Love to see all these cars out here.
Yeah, not for nothing. When we usually leave Daytona with X amount of drivers, there's maybe 3/4 of them at the next race, but we've actually gained drivers in a week. This is absolutely insane, TJ, with the amount of trucks we have on the racetrack and how many close battling we have throughout the racetrack.
I mean, I know there was a lot of guys that couldn't make Daytona. I mean, originally I was supposed to run it, and obviously with the race control deal, couldn't. But, you know, love to see it. Our little beautiful growing league here. It's been through ownership changes and been real fun to be a part of for all these years you and I've been doing it. Either
Absolutely,
driving or
as Darnell
broadcasting.
just smacked the wall out of 2. That's going to open the door for Aspinall and Wells through 3. Are they going back 3 wide? Okay, no. Gary looked
Please,
like he...
please, God, no.
At 27, thought better of it.
I asked Cody, or I told Cody, I don't want to have to be back over here anytime soon. Let's hope they keep it clean. You know, we were joking over there that the moment I came over to talk to you and the beautiful people at home that I'd be right back over there, and well, it happened.
Well, it did happen. This is a really good battle for that 5th position as Wells just sends the 29.
Yeah, that's a little more than love contact there.
Yeah, both able to make it through it, but you also got to remember, payback will happen at your worst convenience.
As long as it ain't in the style of Austin Dillon, I don't care.
Now, TJ, you'll be able to touch upon this. On the top of the 29 truck is a very big tribute of a dirt driver that we lost over the week. You want to shed some light on that?
Oh, is Tyler Roman? I heard he was going to run the Bloomer number. Has he got a Bloomquist? I mean, I guess you'd call it a 0 or an O.
It's literally on the roof of the truck.
I'm trying to find him here in the roster sheet. Is it 29?
Yes.
There he is. Oh, yeah. Yep, that is. So we lost Scott Bloomquist over the weekend. Real big dirt driver. Love him or hate him, he was a prolific figure in the dirt world. And I mean, dude could wheel the hell out of anything on 3 wheels, let alone 4, because I watched him win a race on 3 wheels.
Yeah.
And our hearts and thoughts and prayers and all that good stuff is with his family this weekend. I know he had been battling some cancer that's always tough, and just, you know, another one that they say, you know, only the good die young. Well, sometimes I wish that weren't true.
Yeah, I feel you with that one. As the 29 is still making that move forward. Gary plus 13 positions. But our race leader, the 64 of Brett Murphy, holding off James Shanewolf, which, if you were here last season, holding off that number 1 is a very tough deal, and he's doing a very good job of keeping that number 1 behind him. That's Brett Murphy. Your biggest mover of the race, just 24, almost 25 laps in. The driver, the number 5, Michael Steele. He's plus 16 positions, 27th to 11th. So a lot of movement throughout the field. We're seeing a lot of strategies play out with multiple drivers not coming to pit road under that first caution, and it not really hurting them. Brett Murphy, Dustin Griffiths, Derek Stanley, Dunford, and Downey all not pitting, and I think the only one it's really hurt is that 35 of Gatlin Downey, as he's getting passed from the 44 Farron Elam to the outside, and here comes Adam Capps as well. Oh, there's the 44 Elam in the wall! And he's going to keep it up there.
Beautiful looking truck, don't wad it up.
That's the second time tonight we've cut to somebody and it happened. Something happened.
Oh, so you got a broadcaster curse going.
I've always had a broadcaster curse. I have no clue what you're talking about.
That 28 right in front of the 44, making me hungry with talking about donuts.
Donuts.
Exactly.
It's like the Peter Griffin. Not gonna do that on stream because nobody wants to hear that. But Dustin Buck trying to make the pass over Michael Steele to his inside, going towards turn 1. Jump on board with that 68. It's easy to keep it right on the white line, pops it. But I think that 5 is just gonna have a nice exit out of turn 2, and there's the
am I seeing this right? Is it chrome on the hood of that 68, or is it just really shiny?
Oh, that 100% looks like chrome.
Like I say, that car looks sharp, man.
Yeah, I was never a fan of chrome, but a lot of teams now are using it in such a way where it amplifies the rest of the paint scheme.
I mean, it could just be my obsession with the Mad Max movie, you know, shiny and chrome.
You just rewatched them, didn't you?
I watched Fury Road the other night, and Furiosa streaming now on Max. There's a shameless plug for the billionaires.
So looking at the 12 of Joe Darnell, he's looking to make up another position to the inside of Derek Stanley. He's trying to make it work, cuts all the way to the inside grass, making the track as short as possible. And there he goes, sends it down into turn 1, and is going to complete the pass. Great move from a lot of these drivers, and just to recap, they're only going to be able to go about 30 laps on fuel. I'm also curious with James Shanewolf, because he did pit on that lap 9 when pits first opened under that caution. He is right now a tad slower than Brett Murphy. I'm curious if he is saving for when people start pitting, he could just go, as Derek Stanley and Chris Sawyer both on pit road. And it looks like Ryan Frey is as well. Yeah, Ryan's been on pit road for multiple laps. He's already 5 laps down.
Oh boy.
That's not going to be a good team meeting.
Did we... 23 just announced he's pitting. Did we miss a Ryan Frey in the wall moment?
That's what I'm looking for. I have nothing that showed up as a accident for Ryan Frey, but I could safely say he is on pit road. There he goes. Joe Darnell is now going to take that first position. All right, I'm really starting to think that Shane Wolf is just trying to stay behind drivers to save fuel. Oh, yeah, he killed the wall.
Which lap?
25. At turn 3. He's going to enter too hot, and it's just going to wash right up. He's going to try to catch it. Comes down, and I think that's the 160. Oh, that's Taylor. A lot of damage on that 32, and he's going to bring it right to pit road. He's also not going to be happy that we found it and showed everybody.
Oh, yeah, it looks like he got it on entry, and then it just got unstable. And honestly, maybe if the 07 hadn't have been there, he probably would have lost it low, but kind of ricocheted off of the 07.
Absolutely, and now we're on board with Shane Wolf, as he is right behind the 12, very loose out of 2. And he's just letting the 12 pull him around the racetrack.
You know, not for nothing, AJ.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Did the 07 get a piece of that too?
Oh, he got hit.
I mean, afterward?
Yeah, because that whole right side of the 07 is torn up.
I mean, I'm not seeing it. I'm looking on, obviously, a second screen here. He got hit, saved it, continued.
But that 12 is very much keeping the 1 at bay. We're going to drop back to Zach Domer. Zach Domer is making a pass on Tyler Aspinall for 3rd. Move that 14 up another position. Waiting to see it. Oh, I didn't see it, so. Domer's still fighting with Aspinall. Loose on that bottom lane.
3-4 laps later, the 07 got into the wall again. And it looks like that's when he brought it to pit lane. And I think he's parked it for the evening.
Ouch.
Or it parked him because it says he's disconnected.
Newcomer Nate Orlowski in the 69 Corn Hub car, or truck, sorry. Cutting to the inside of the 166 Chad Waller machine. And yes, TJ, that says Corn Hub.
Corn?
I know, this is in Iowa.
It's corn.
But Paul Irvin, after his lap 3 incident with, I think it was Brady Floyd, he has had a heck of a deal trying to get back up towards the front. He's sitting in 14th, battling with Mitchell Muma and not making any ground whatsoever.
Yeah, we called that. We were watching that and saw it and said, you know, it's a good thing he had to spun because we probably would have EOL'd the 20 there. Paul doing a real good job of saving it. Just kind of came down on it. I'm assuming it's made that car a little more unstable than it started and a handful to drive.
I mean, it's already hot and slick on the racetrack because we'll bring up the weather section once again. We're looking at 105 degrees on the track. Crack an egg and you'll have some breakfast as we are 3 wide crossing the stripe there. Dunford to the inside and away he goes, trying to get a lap back.
I got more pit comms. That one was a Gary Wells pit comm of pitting.
You also have Orlowski, Erickson, and Griffiths. Oh, Griffiths, big issue on pit road. See if we can back that up and take a look at it. I think he might have just got in way too hot and locked up the tires. I don't even think he made the cone. Oh, he made the cone, but then immediately spun out. But what did that 28 do?
I was going to say, whose bumper is that?
Here's a 28 of Erickson. He's basically doing the exact same thing, and oh!
Oh, yeah.
There's a Dale Jr. debris. Caps, Wells, Steele, and Sheely all on pit road, and here comes the rest of the cavalry. Shane Wolf, Aspinall, Domer, Buck, Waller, and Cochran all coming down pit road together. Oh!
Pit road treacherous tonight.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, my friend. Holy cow. And I know it's early on in this race, but you still don't want to speed on pit road, and I swear we had a couple of those.
I haven't heard anybody call out for help.
Here comes Joe Darnell. I would assume Paul Irvin's then going to come down pit road. Unless he plans on staying out a little bit longer. He did come up. Nope. There he is. Right there. And the 60 of Joe Hutchins. And speaking of the 60, he is also the sponsor of tonight's race. The Trash Panda Sim Racing 150 from Chicagoland Speedway. If anybody asks what Trash Panda Racing is, it's that beautiful owner of that truck, and that's the race team, the Trash Panda Sim Racing team. And very nice. I love it. I love why he's doing it, why it exists. We might see a certain other Hutchings behind the wheel sooner or later, which that means
now that's the daughter, right?
Yeah. And she, for what I'm told, she's already better than me, so.
I mean, it didn't take a whole lot. All you gotta do is pick up the wheel and go.
Hey, I'm just a good broadcaster.
We know this, unless we're going to Speedway, Illinois.
DJ, I swear, I will make it so your chair never gets to you. Oh, the 45 really loose on that high side above Brandon Dunford. Brandon Griffiths trying to stay on that lead lap. As Aspinall right there puts the fastest lap of the session on the board at a 30.99.
Can I just say I hope this isn't the only race we get to see Mr. Dunford at this year. He only made one race last year at New Hampshire with us. And it's a joy anytime he's here. He's a good driver.
He's a good guy, too. I know that, you know, good guys why does that matter in a race car? It really doesn't, but talking to him, having a good time with him, it's good to see him have a good time on the racetrack.
I miss him and his, what was the cousin? The law firm, Dunford and Dunford?
Yeah, Dylan Dunford and Brandon Dunford.
It was a fun time
Like
broadcasting,
J&J
getting to
Security.
interview those guys.
But yeah, so far so good. 45 laps into tonight's race. We're going to 100 laps. One caution so far for incident. Adam Capps and Brady Floyd out of turn 4, getting that number 2 in EOL back on, I think, lap 9.
What were you told for fuel mileage laps?
About 30 laps, give or take 2 or plus 2 or minus 2.
So you figure most guys came in around 40 here, so they're looking to go to 70 and then the finish.
Yeah.
So we should see about one more stop at about most of the field. You might get a crazy guy or two who didn't do the math right and has to pit twice.
Well, just taking a look at the 77 and 19th, Derek Stanley and Chris Sawyer in the 7th position. They both pit on lap 29, and we have a lot of these drivers that last, 29, 30. They're going to be pushing it very close.
Yeah, that would put you at about... You would think you'd have to save to make it on one stop from there. And
You save a
good
lot.
bit. Yeah.
Save 10 laps, 5 on one, 5 on the other.
Right. That's the math I was doing. That's a lot of saving.
A little too much, and we have a lot of drivers on that 30 lap pit cycle. Dunford, Murphy, Griffiths.
Now, were those guys that
Downey.
didn't pit in the lap 9 thing? Is that why they only made it to
Yes.
there?
Yes.
That would be, I would think, a disadvantage doing the math long run. Unless we get another caution and then it doesn't matter.
Which, at the end of last season, completely different league name, not going to mention it, do any of that stuff, but same basic group of guys. The last 8 or 9 races of last season, we were very much caution-free, with our average at a 2.2.
If anything, it was something early, like, honestly, right after the stage.
Yes. Something
When
really
we had
fast
stages.
where they weren't used to those fresh tires, got fresh tires, and wow, I could be like Superman.
That's not to say when these guys get late on some slick tires and low fuel cells that things might not get unstable.
But let's run through that top 10 real fast for you on the racetrack. Your race leader, the driver, the number 19 Ford F-150.
Who just hit the wall?
He did, but still pulling away from Brett Murphy.
Along with the 45 behind him, they both cracked the wall.
Brett Murphy sitting in second. In third, you have Dustin Griffiths. James Shanewolf sitting in that 4th position with Tyler Aspinall in that 5th slot right behind him. Then you have to go back almost 3 seconds to Zach Domer in 6th. Joe Darnell, who was inside in 7th. Dustin Buck sitting in that 8th position in the 68 Chevy Silverado in 9th, plus 18 positions. The number 5 of Michael Steele, and rounding out that top 10, the 116 of Chad Waller. And from first all the way to that 10th position, you're looking at 8.5 seconds.
You would have to think the 45 being the position he's in would love to unlap himself the old-fashioned way here, but knowing he can get the lucky dog if there's an incident, just don't be a part of the incident.
Yeah, and he will trap then Gary Wells a lap down as well. Which Gary having a really good night. I think might have had an incident on pit road where it held him. But
Did he speed?
It's a possibility. I just know he was not in that position, and now he's a lap down.
I say he was up inside the top 5, I believe. Or top 10 at least.
So there's Dunford. You have the 64 of Murphy, just a second and a half behind him. But that's got to be kind of nervous having so many lap cars around you for Dunford. Some of them, I don't care what you do. Oh! Whoa! 45 in the wall out of 4. You also don't want them to do that.
That'd be the second time I've seen him do that.
Boy. Maybe he wants his lap back, maybe he doesn't. But he is really fighting the car. Griffith's really having a horrible time in the cockpit as we're on board with him. He's going to try to push it to the outside. The 19 is looking to just give way there. And there goes the 45. Finally said, "Okay, I'm getting out of here." Dustin Griffiths now hitting pit road on that lap 55 mark. That now puts Gary Wells in the 1 lap down lucky dog position. TJ, what you seeing on the racetrack?
I was just going back and trying to figure out what happened to Gary, because Gary did pit from 5th. And from what I can tell, I don't have a number yet on the exact time. But it was a long hold on pit road.
Yeah, so he probably sped and they held him for X amount of time.
Which remind me to have a chat with Mr. Wells after the race. Because, I mean, assuming he could have gone another lap, if he'd have rolled through, we could have cleared the 40-second hold for him. Which I'm sure would have been better than having to sit there for 40 seconds.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to All-Star 15 TV. It's the Trash Panda Sim Racing 150 from Chicagoland Speedway. The ACAR Frey Trucking Series race number 2. We are past halfway, sitting on lap 57, all the way going to 100. Right now being led by Brandon Griffiths. Check out all our sponsors of the channel in the description. I'm in the broadcast booth with my other half of J&J Security, TJ Barnier, who's double dutying it for the season, broadcasting and hitting that race control.
Yeah, I had 55 seconds on the Wells machine on pit road.
Ouch. Well, good thing for him, and really good thing for him, is he's the first car 1 lap down. And he is faster than Dunford right now, so if he can get a caution, he can get his lap back.
He was 5th. He had pace. You know, that vehicle was fast, so I'm not surprised he's running him down.
But we are really now under a blanket. Dunford, Aspinall, Shane Wolf within 0.2 of each other. And here comes Joe Darnell as well. 4 trucks under a second of each other. And there goes Aspinall for the lead. I know he hates it when we talk about him.
I mean, every time you flip to somebody else tonight, they've hit the wall or something fun.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you for the like on Facebook. Appreciate you, pal. There goes Shane Wolf. Shane Wolf is sending it. As Dunford, I think, is hitting pit road, and yes, he is. He's gonna have to pit with about 10 laps to go.
You just say this is early, but he was one that stayed out, correct?
Yes.
This would make sense. So we should see the majority of the rest of the field in about another 10 laps. He would absolutely love to see this cycle through and then have somebody with trouble.
As Shane Wolf has moved to the lead with that run.
Yeah, it looked like those other guys were just kind of battling door to door, and he took advantage of it.
Oh, he went right through the middle. And I think it was more of everybody checking up for Dunford as he was trying to get off the racetrack.
Right. Hey, sometimes it pays to be lucky. More lucky than good.
Yeah.
In Shane Wolf's case, when they both line up, well, look out.
But the top 3 under a second. Shane Wolf, Aspinall, Darnell, then to Buck.
20 to pit road.
So that's going to be Brady Floyd.
Ooh, sideways, trying to get her woed up. Way sideways. That's the grass.
And we're
That's more grass.
He's just trying to get out of the grass right now, and he keeps lighting up the tires.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he knows his race is over at this point. Honestly, staying off of pit road might prevent a penalty for him.
It's another thing, but he's got to be careful and re-entering the racetrack.
Yeah, he's currently still in the grass. Come into the safe zone. Looks
And
like
there
he'll
he goes.
re-enter all right. Just obviously killed his race.
But it would have been 10 times worse if he hit pit road with that penalty.
Yeah, I believe that would have been an unsafe entry, which is another big penalty. I don't know if it's a hold or a pass through.
But Aspinall, Shane Wolf battling for that top spot before pit stops. Orlowski hitting pit road.
The 20 actually stayed out. He didn't come right back down. Wondering if he was trying something for strategy and now maybe gonna try to hope for a yellow.
As Aspinall is going to take the lead, and Shane Wolf a little loose out of 4. He's going to have to check it. And yeah, he's getting right back into it. Watch him send it into 1.
Here comes the 20. He might still have had issue getting onto pit road. I don't know. He skidded in. Now we expect these guys in
5-ish
laps.
Yeah. If somebody can go to 72 or 73, that'll set them up perfectly if there's a green-white checker. But you're also running the risk of losing a lot of time, about 3 seconds a lap at that time.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's thinking green, white, checkered.
Until it happens.
I know I wouldn't be.
Free donuts in the grass. Mike and Piggio in the Facebook chat. That's funny.
You know, you can see the speed difference there as Brett Murphy goes by the leader.
Yeah, Brett hit pit road on 58, just about 8 or so laps ago. And it's still scary on how fast these drivers are. Brett Murphy with a 31.75. Tyler Aspinall is 32.72, so about a second difference.
The only difference there is, like I said, he's going to have to pit again, whereas Tyler should be good to the finish.
Dustin Buck in the 68 to Joe Darnell's 12 on the outside. That 68 is really coming to life at the end of this run, as I say that. He gets squarely out of 4, battling with the 12.
The Wells machine headed for pit road by the sounds of it. Hopefully he has a better entry this time than last time. Did not. Missed it. Blew right on by.
And if you could do that, I know it sucks. That's the best alternative to speeding on pit road and giving yourself a penalty. If you could just get back in the gas and get going again, you're better off doing that as well. So, you know.
14 going to try his luck at getting onto pit road.
Those Aspinall, Dustin, Buck, and Domer.
14 made it clean.
If you're Shane Wolf, you're going to have to pit soon.
I would think we'd see him in a lap, maybe 2 at the most. 4 car this time. 48
Truckin.
this time.
Paul Irvin.
Here come the 5 and the 45 on.
Here comes the 1, and he is
Or no, they're
really
exiting.
locking it up. Both on pit road, no problem. Here comes Paul Irvin. He's carrying a lot of speed around. Mitchell Muma now coming to pit road, and so is Matt Cochran.
Matt made it all right, looks like.
Joe Hutchings in 6th. Coming to pit road from that 6th position, plus 24. We're going to have to see where he's going to level out He's having a quiet night.
The yellow
but
flag
good
is
night.
out.
And yellow
Caution!
flag is out. For who?
Spin off at turn 2. I'm gonna go do my job in the other booth. I'll be back.
Who is it? Who is it?
I'm not sure. I just heard spin off at turn 2. The 45 is apologizing to the 77.
Thank you. Oh, there it is. Because it never popped up for me. Let's see what we got here. There's a 45 of Griffiths. Not Griffith. Yeah, Griffiths. .45 is loose. 45 is loose. Oh, he's going to tag the 69. Oh, and the 77 trying to avoid, but the 45 sliding down clips him. Back that up and let's jump on board with that 77. See how it played out from his perspective. Derek Stanley. See the 45 getting loose, and then coming right back down the track. Tags the 77. 77 head first, hard into the wall. And with that, everybody, we are going to take a commercial break. When we return, we're less than 30 laps to the finish. You're watching All-Star 15 TV's broadcast of the ACAR Frey Trucking Series, the Trash Panda Sim Racing's 150.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
And we're back, everybody. Dustin Buck, James Shane Wolf, your front row. Shane Wolf to that inside. Your second row, Joe Darnell and Paul Irvin. In row number 3, you have the 98 of Mitchell Muma to the 4 of Matt Cochran. Currently 18 trucks on that lead lap. From the 25 to go. Race is getting early fast. Or getting late fast. I knew I was going to mess that up. These trucks about to hit pit road, and we are about to send these trucks green once again.
Green flag, green flag.
And green flag back in the air. Great launch by Dustin Buck. And with that great launch, so did the 1 get a nice shove from the 12. And Shane Wolf is going to set sail. Big cluster. We are 3 wide. Oh, there it goes. Big wreck.
Yellow flag.
Big wreck. Through 3 and 4. Wow. See about this. Hit that bar chase cam going down the back straightaway. You can see the 68 loose off the nose of the 48 as they enter turn number 3. He's going to just keep cutting down. A little bit of neck code, but between him and the 12, that's going to collect the 98. Oh, and they're still wrecking. Oh, and there's the 27 of Gary Wells. Let's back this up a little bit more because it looks like there's 2 wrecks involved. See the 14 of Zach Domer. Start there. See the 60 start backing out of it. '60 does a great job. Oh, so nothing happens to Domer. Oh, it's the 44 of Farron Elam. See the 45 of Brandon Griffiths on that inside. Oh, nowhere for Gary Wells to go. That's a heartbreaker. And it doesn't look like there's a lot of damage. Jump on board with them. Already off of it, Backing her down. You can see the wreck. Yeah, there's literally nowhere for him to go. The whole nose is messed up. And I'd be afraid to see how long he will be on pit road. Big wreck right after a restart. Dustin Buck, Aaron, Elon, Mitchell, Muma, all involved. And to figure out why the 23 pulled over, but we'll get an admin on that to figure it out. 20 laps to go before the end of the race. Oop, I just realized that stopped working. See if we can get that fixed back up for everybody. The timing and scoring kind of froze, so I apologize. We'll see if we can get it working once again. Right now, Shane Wolf and Aspinall, your top two. As the lights are out on the iRacing pace truck. There it goes. Sorry about that, everybody. Shane Wolf, Aspinall, your front row, followed by Darnell and Murphy in row 3, Cochran, Dunford, row 4, Steele, and Waller. And running out that top 10, it's Downey and Hutchings. Joe's having a very quiet but good night. Able to get through that wreck nice and easy. Very smart driving. And now we're gonna see it to the finish. For this restart, we're actually gonna jump on board with James Shane Wolf when that truck hits pit road. There it goes. And let's jump on board with the number 1 for
Green,
this.
green, green.
Through the gears, nice and easy, and he's going to start trying to set sail with Joe Darnell right behind him. Dunford trying to fill a hole for second. Aspinall looking to the inside of the 19. Very tight racing as the 64 of Murphy almost comes up into Chad Waller.
Caution, yellow flag.
And yellow flag is out once again. Mitchell Muma is spinning. And that's down the back straightaway. You see him with Derek Stanley. Just looks like he's loose. Ooh! That could have been a lot worse. Back it up and jump on board with him. On board with the 98, entering turn 3. Oh yeah, it just... You saw it being loose, and then at the last second, just really cut loose. Under our third caution of the night, fourth caution of the night, Shane Wolf, your race leader with 18 laps to go. We will be right back after a word from our sponsors.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back, everybody. We'll be going green with 15 laps remaining in the Trash Panda Sim Racing 150 from Chicagoland Speedway. Shane Wolf, Darnell, your front row, Dunford, Aspinall, and then Chad Waller and Brett Murphy. Those are your top 3 rows. We're just about to hit the lap pedal once again.
Green flag, green flag.
And there goes Shane Wolf with an excellent launch on that inside. Moves it up the racetrack to get the preferred entry into turn 1. Dunford now battling for second. Takes second. It's for third now. The 12 and the 166 of Chad Waller. Oh, the 64 of Murphy's kit and this 166, all sorts of messed up. This Paul Irvin looks like he's coming to the pit road. No, you just got loose out of 4. Your top 2 side by side as they come off of 2. $12 of Darnell, the 19 of Dunford. Trying to stay in with Shane Wolf, who's pulling away about a half a second that last time by. We're up to a 30.92. Shane Wolf getting the fastest lap on the board of the race, and they are 3 wide. Michael Steele to the inside, Brady Floyd in the middle, and Cochran to the outside. They are pushing in the turns, pushing down the straightaways. I don't think we're done wrecking everybody. Your biggest mover of the race is that number 5 of Michael Steele in 9 plus 18 positions, 27th to 9th. But Dunford plus 12 with Shane Wolf right where he started. P1, looking at a 7/10 lead over Brandon Dunford. Joe Darnell using that apron to try to get a run down into turn 1 underneath Tyler Aspinall. Is going to send it. They are even through the center, but Aspinall's going to have a nice run out of 2. You saw Joe Darnell try it. Watch it here. Nice battle between the two of them. Little contact between the two of them. That's going to bounce Joe Darnell out of the groove. And now he's going to lose position to the 64 of Murphy. But here comes Brady Floyd as well. Since the restart, your fastest driver on the racetrack has been our leader, the number 1, James Shanewolf, in that Toyota Tundra. 8/10 over Brandon Dunford with less than 10 laps to go. Aspinall in a hornet's nest behind Murphy and has Joe Darnell right behind him. That 29 has been bad fast all night, but has been in traffic all night. As we hitch a ride with Aspinall. You can see that it just stalls out on exit. Whatever run that 29 gets just stalls out on the exit of the turns. Matt Cochran right behind Michael Steele, putting some pressure on the number 5, looking to the high side. Steele's going to give him the room. Ford's going to have a nice hole shot down the back straightaway. He is there. Steele gave him the room, and Cochran's going to take advantage of it and possibly open the door for a Gatlin Downey. Aspinall once again battling with Brett Murphy. 29 to the inside of the 64. Shanewolf with now a half a second lead over Brandon Dunford. That 19 is flying as he almost smacks the wall out of 2. Coming to 5 laps to go. Shanewolf is seeing 5 fingers from Barney the flagman. As we are down to a 10th and a half. Dunford is there. That 19 truck maybe have saved just enough tire for the end of this race to a 10th. To the inside, entering 3. And he's going to clear Shanewolf coming out of 4. Big move for the 19. Now, can he hold on to it for 4 more laps? Stay tuned after the checker. We'll be talking to our podium finishers. Tyler Aspinall still battling with Brett Murphy. You go a little bit further back. Michael Steele having a fun time with Gatlin Downey. That's for that 8th position. But up front, Dunford slowly starting to pull away. 3/10 separating Dunford and Shanewolf. But they're both on an island of their own. Chad Waller is a second and a half back from Brandon Dunford. And he needs at least another half a second before he gets any sort of tow from James Shanewolf. Coming 2 to go. Dual popsicle sticks will be up in the air for that number 19. There it is, dual popsicle sticks for Brandon Dunford, plus 13 positions. 14th to 1st with 2 laps to go. As he has about 6/10 over Shanewolf. Dunford just needs to hit his marks. Has enough fuel. And we're going to have a winner here next time by. Brandon Dunford is going to get the Wrestling with Nerds white flag.
Out in front by what feels like a mile.
You just scared the absolute heck out of me.
Oh, you didn't hear the little duck announce my presence of entry?
No, I have that all shut off.
Oh.
You know,
Dude,
streaming purposes.
I was hoping to be back here like 30 laps ago.
through 3 and 4 for the final time. Brandon Dunford is going to make a couple last lap pass to win here at Chicagoland Speedway. Shane Wolf in second, Aspinall in third, Waller in fourth, Murphy fifth, Joe Darnell sixth, seventh goes to Brady Floyd, Downey in eighth, ninth goes to Michael Steele, and Matt Cochran
got some
in 10th.
post-race. What is going on in the turn 1 post-race?
Gotta give me numbers.
The 29, the 20.
What? That's those two are friends.
Is that what it was? Because he just loses it. Oh my.
Brady Floyd and Tyler Aspinall are friends.
I don't think it was on purpose. The 20 looks like he loses it after the start-finish line, whether on purpose or not, and just full on lost it. And poor Tyler, I don't even know if he knew it was coming.
Let's see what happened here. It's definitely wild. Oh, he's already clipped the grass. He's already loose.
Oh, it's sideways. Yeah. I mean, he never lifted.
Yeah, it's the checker. But still.
Scared the hell out of me because I saw parts flying through the air randomly on my screen.
But there's the 19 burning it down. Brandon Dunford, your race winner. TJ, I hope you're able to do our podiums, because while you do that, I have to get a dog squared away because he is not happy with people outside right now.
Maybe. It's a solid maybe.
Oh dear.
There is stuff we got to review post-race. I don't know if it's just admins or if race control's required as well.
Well, you can still do interviews.
You say that. I mean, right now I'm free. If you get me somebody, I can do somebody.
Well, I'm waiting for Aspinall, because Aspinall should be first. And I don't even... There he is. Here you go, TJ. Here's the 29 of Tyler Aspinall sitting third. Take it away.
Tyler, you got a copy?
I do, Mr. Barnier. How's it going, man?
Hey, buddy. Nice third place.
Thank you. Almost didn't get it there. It's a great racing with Chad there at the end. Same with Brett.
Did your teammate friend Brady Floyd scare the hell out of you like he did us on the broadcast?
Yeah, I had to pee since probably about lap 5, and I'm afraid I let a little bit slip there whenever that happened.
I saw parts flying through the air, and I'm like, what is going on post-race? And it looks like Brady just lost it and never attempted to save it, and good for him. The race was over, but damn, that scared the hell out of us.
Yeah, well, thank God we don't do top 3 podium pictures anymore. Otherwise, I would not have made it to that.
It would have been a real interesting story of why your truck was demolished over there.
I'm just good like that. I can drive a demolished truck to third place. What are you talking about? We don't need any context.
But you seem to be all around the craziness tonight. There was some stuff on pit road. There were some crashes around you. How did you survive Chicago?
I honestly don't know, man. For as many times as I called Code Brown, I can only count to 4, and I lost track. So that just goes to show you how crazy tonight was. It was a pretty good mixture overall. Some green flag racing, a couple cautions here and there, more toward the end than the beginning. But I think we were probably the best truck tonight on tires in terms of saving them. I was able to run down Shane Wolf there at the one long run and got right past him. I felt like with 5 to go, I was probably the fastest truck on the racetrack. I went from 5th to 3rd. I was able to pick up this podium. I think it's a sign of good things to come, and hopefully we can be a threat moving forward.
Well, I love to hear all that. You said all the right things. I'm trying to pull up the schedule so I know where we're headed next week.
Milwaukee, sir.
Milwaukee. Oh, that's right. I just had to buy that track. I know nothing about that place, so tell me, is there anything from here you can take to there?
I'll be honest, TJ, you're ahead of me because I haven't even bought the track yet, so we'll find out.
Well, all right. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that was making purchases for the season.
It's a flat, short track.
So is it kind of like Gateway mixed with Martinsville?
Kind of ish.
Sounds like my type of stuff.
All right. Well, good luck. It won't be anything like the first 2 races of the season. And Any sponsors you want to plug on that? Well, it was beautiful once. Car, truck thing?
Well, 4 O'Clock Media for one, 213 Simware. We've got more merch coming out soon. Stay tuned for that. Giant Eagle for giving me a paycheck every week. I'd like to thank Mom for watching. I think Grammy Miller, Aunt Sherry, you guys are watching too. Grammy, Isacco, Andy, Taylor too. I think you were watching. So, and maybe Jeff if you were watching too. I know I sent you the links. You never get back to me, but if you're watching, thanks for watching, man. Everybody who supports me, thank you. And I just made the very big financial mistake of purchasing triple monitors. So I'll get that set up tomorrow, and hopefully we can win with them next week.
I saw that in the chat. I hope that works out for you.
I hope it does too, man.
As long as you're not Joe Exotic, you can financially recover from it.
All right. Well, Tyler Aspinall with a 3rd place tonight. Thanks for talking with us, pal, and we'll catch you at Milwaukee Mile next week.
Alrighty. We'll see you, AJ. See you, TJ. Have a great night, guys.
Later, buddy.
TJ, this is going to be a fun one for you because I'm still trying to calm down. They're shooting fireworks off on a Monday night, and I'm not really happy about it. So here's James Shane Wolf sitting home at 2nd. And for your knowledge, the turns at Milwaukee Mile are 9.25 degrees.
Shane Wolf, you got a copy?
I do, man. I'm right here.
AJ, I don't know what to do with that information. Like, have you ever raced Milwaukee, James?
I have.
Can you take anything from the first 2 weeks of this season and apply it there?
Other than don't wreck.
I like
Yeah.
that. I'll take that. I like that plan.
Yeah,
How
other
did you
than don't
survive
wreck.
Chicago?
Hell, I barely survived. You see me tear the wall down out of 2. I don't know what the hell I was doing, dude. I just I drove out of my windshield tonight instead of my rearview mirror, and that seemed to help a lot.
That
Kept us out of trouble.
That does seem like a good strategy as well. I know, same for you. I mentioned it about Aspinall. You were kind of around all the craziness, but never really a part of it too bad.
Yeah, knock on wood, man. Knock on wood.
I know.
Feel like you jinxed me for next week now.
Your teammate went spinning off through the grass behind you earlier in the race.
Yeah.
And luckily you were just ahead of it enough that you didn't get involved. But I mean, I don't remember you. Oh, that's right. You ended up kind of flipping at Daytona.
Yeah, a little bit. Upside down and whatnot.
If I remember right, you had the run until it decided to get turned across in front of the field.
Yeah,
That's how that went. So you've had an up and down beginning to your season.
Literally, yep.
Ooh. I hope you can carry this momentum forward. I was telling Tyler in the interview before you, I just bought Milwaukee, so I know nothing about the place.
It's flat, it's wide, it's kind of like New Hampshire with less grip. And I don't know if you remember New Hampshire from last season.
I do.
The lack of grip that there was there. So,
granted, it was like 180 degrees there,
yeah,
but you know.
Yeah. But it'll be fun. It should be a fun race. Plenty of room to race. I'm hoping it's not one of the tracks that we're gonna have to shift at. If
downshifting. That would be.
If I remember correctly, I think you're gonna have to. But I hope not. I hope they fix that. I hate that, dude. I hate when you have to downshift at Novel. Especially in trucks.
You could just gear it better, or hell, even gear it for 3 gears. I don't need the 4th.
Right. Like,
well, good run tonight. Love to see you up here. You've got a beautiful car this season. I love that thing.
Thank you, man.
Corn on the numbers?
No, that is it's called engine turn, but I like your style there.
It looked like corn. I loved it.
The pattern's called engine turn. I got a spec map. It looks a whole lot better spec mapped. It has like a metallic look and kind of shimmers, kind of like Dale Jr.'s number was when he first switched over to Hendrick.
Oh, yeah. That like bass boat
it's that
kinda,
pattern. Yeah.
There you. I do like that. That is sharp.
Yeah.
It looks good. That car looked great. It looked great out front. I mean, I thought you were definitely one of the best 3 tonight, and you got second, so you proved that.
Well, no, dude, I feel like I gave that one away. Like, I feel like I literally just came out of turn 2, pulled it out of my pants, and just stomped on it, honestly. Like, I feel like that was my race to lose there at the end. I just went a little too soon. Not taking anything away from Brandon at all, man. He drove his ass off, but I definitely feel like I stepped on the old PP there tonight.
Well, I know I'm going to be talking to you more this season if I'm up here. So
Yeah,
I know
man.
this won't be the last time, but I do want you, if you have sponsors, please plug them.
Yeah, big shout out to Brian at Easler Electric, man. He come on board this season across multiple leagues. So that is very much appreciated. Adam Cap's still continuing since I started league racing. He has had his name in some way, shape, or form on every single car I've had. John at Nifty Lift, bringing Nifty Lift on board for not only myself but also Adam Caps this season. Drew, trader at Transcendent Designs. He kind of walked me through how to do that pattern actually within my number. I had bought that pattern about 2 years ago and never used it because I couldn't figure out how to do it without destroying my computer and making it 80,000 layers. And he taught me how to patternize it and make it to where I could scale it and all sorts of stuff to make that work. So shout out to him. He actually messaged me while you were talking to me and said, "Way to suck." So I appreciate the inspiration and the kind words from Drew. Shout out to you guys for the broadcast, man. Joe Darnell Race, bring me back this season. Ryan Frey for putting this whole deal together. Think I may be off probation after my little fluff up at the end of the season. I don't know. I think it was 3 weeks or 3 races or something like that. So I don't know. But I'm hoping to be able to have some fun and be able to joke around with these guys. I've just been kind of being quiet on the mic. I'm not trying to be rude to anybody. I just trying to keep out of trouble. You know, I feel like I'm back in middle school all over again.
Well,
just
that's
in the back
good.
of the class, shutting up. You know, shutting up, pretending to do my work.
It's a good call. And then when you're free, you'll be free, and we'll be loving to hear from you.
Oh yeah, man. I'll have like I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully I can I'll keep everything cool this season, you know.
I like that. That's a good plan. AJ, you got anything for James before we send him away?
Nah, dude. Good race. I can't believe coming out of turn 2, as somebody who's just sets sail and just goes, to see that rare mishap was honestly kind of nice to see that you're mortal in a way. But dude, it sucks. I can't wait to see how you come back from that for the Milwaukee Mile next week.
Oh yeah, let me tell you something, AJ. That's not the first time I've done that, and it damn sure won't be the last, dude. So I've given up more than I care to admit doing stupid stuff like that, just like judgment and stuff like that. So it won't be the last one, man. But again, congrats to Brandon, dude. I am not taking anything away from him. He just sat there in the background, dude, just slowly getting bigger and bigger. So he kept me on it and made me overdo it a little bit. Awesome job by him, man.
We'll catch you later, my friend. We'll see him at Milwaukee next week.
Yes, sir. We'll see y'all next week.
All right. It's time for P1. It's Dylan Dunford time, TJ. This is going to be a very fun one. Here you go. Take it away, buddy.
Brendan Dunford, you get a copy?
I got you loud and clear.
Well, that's good. Man, I said during the broadcast, I hope this isn't the only race we get to see you this season. I know last year it was one and done for you, and that really kind of sucked.
Yeah, it did, because it was a great race, right? Yeah, no, I plan on being here through a lot more of these, especially if I continue this kind of momentum.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't have the other half of the Dunford and Dunford law firm here anymore, but at least one half of you still being able to get up in the booth and chat with us is awesome. Good win. Admittedly, I didn't get to see a lot of it as I was trying to have the racing control hat on. And honestly, I like flipped to live with like 3 to go, and I'm like, oh, Brandon's leading. Cool. I'm now reviewing how you got there. Pretty good job.
Yeah, I knew it had to be quick because I knew there was guys behind us that were gonna, have momentum if they caught us. So I knew if I caught James, I had to get past him as fast as I could, and and get away from him just in case they caught him and was able to use his straps as well. So and I did just that. So it worked out. It worked out perfectly for me.
I mean, you were not in a lot of issues. I think you were on a different fuel strategy, so the yellows probably helped you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were definitely on a different fuel strategy. Actually, me and my team kind of got jumbled up on a different fuel strategy, so I kind of had to run with it. But the one of the cautions that came out later in the run there definitely helped me by putting fresh tires on and getting tops back off. And then at that point, I knew I could make it the rest of the way, and it was just going to be a who could save the best on the tires. And well, you see who was able to do that.
Okay, well, that makes more sense. I know because we were talking mid broadcast. We're like, you were pitting like 10 laps before. People were like, I mean, that's not great come late race. If it cycles through, though, he'll be good, which it seemed to because you were up at the front. We're headed to Milwaukee next week. I mean, I've never been there. I just bought the place today. I've gotten a little more information about the place from every driver I've talked to tonight. Anything you think you can take away to bring there?
It's going to be a different animal, that's for sure. I'll be honest though, I don't own the track currently either, so I'm gonna have
Well,
to
of the
trust the
top
guys.
3 finishers, that makes 2 of you that didn't. So you're not
Mhm.
alone.
Yeah, so definitely gonna have to put some practice time in on it. It's definitely gonna be a different animal. You know, you go from a track like this fast and it runs like kind of like a Michigan, just it eats, it eats up tires more, to a Milwaukee track that's small, fast paced still, but it's definitely gonna be interesting to see. Hopefully we don't have a ton of cautions there, and we get a good broadcast out of it, but it's definitely gonna be interesting.
It can't get worse than New Hampshire last year, which I know you were present for.
Yeah, and if it wouldn't have been for that late move that I tried it on James, I probably would have had a better finish than that. But even when me and James talked about it, I kind of had to say I had to do what I had to do, right? Like I knew he was going to
Right.
hold the middle on that, so um, I had to dive it in there, and it just didn't stick for me. I knew it was a risky move doing it, but as a driver, you just have to take those risks.
But I mean, hell of a run tonight. Any sponsors you want to plug?
No, no sponsors, but I definitely want to give a shout out to Dark Horse Motorsports. They put me in this fast forward F-150. I mean, this thing was just fast all night. I mean, it showed. Definitely got to give shout out to them. Everybody on the team that was helpful tonight. Definitely had a lot of communication, which is always great with a team. Although we kind of got mixed up on our pit strategy, but yeah, just I gotta thank them over there at Dark Horse, just giving me such a fast truck to be able to put on the track tonight and get the win.
Well, AJ, do you have anything for Mr. Dunford before we send him away?
The couple things I have is welcome bleeping back. Good to see
Yeah,
you.
good to be back.
And very nice looking truck, pal. Number one. Number two, I with everybody's strategy and how it played out, was there a point in time during this race you're like, I don't know if this is going to work strategy wise, or was it just I think math is gonna hold up? Because it looked like when you were off sequence, there was no coasting, there was no um you know saving fuel. It seemed like it just looked like you were just bat out of hell literally the whole time. What kind of like strategy, like dive into that a little bit more?
So I got to give a shout out to to Joe and James and all them, because they have capitalized well on strategies over the racing that I've done with them. So I knew that I had to be on a different strategy than them, because at the end of the day, that's kind of how you beat them, is you have to be on a different strategy. Yeah, you can outrace them. Um, Obviously, is the number one thing that you want to try to do is outrace them, but the strategy is where it's got to come in. So yeah, there was a point in time where I realized that yeah, this might not work, right? The math isn't mathing. Um, but then we had the caution, and that fell into our favor because we were able to put on, fresh tires. And at that point, I knew if you put me on an equal playing field with fresh tires with them, I got a chance. So yeah, there was definitely some doubt throughout the race, especially early on when some of our teammates got fuel and was able to go longer than than I was, and that kind of messed things up as well. So um, but the overall, like I said, the overall thing is you just have to make sure that you don't do what the leaders are doing, right? Like if you want a chance to win, especially where I qualified, I didn't qualify near as where I wanted to. So yeah, the strategy didn't was not going to play out. Let me just say that it was not going to play out if it ran the way that it was running. but it fell into our lap to benefit us.
TJ, I think you said it perfect before. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
You got it. I mean, honestly.
But
Yeah, and I would very much rather be up here on luck than anything, right? Because I mean, it is sometimes it just comes down to luck. I watched James over a couple of laps, and I knew where he wasn't good at, and that's where I started to change a little bit of my driving style to try to change what I was doing to catch him, and it worked, right? Like you gotta start throwing Hail Marys.
absolutely.
And that's what I started doing is I started throwing Hail Mary, seeing where he was weak at, and I was talking to Tyler about it, and I had a better corner entry in 1 and 2 than James did, and then I had a better exit on 3 and 4 than he did. So once I knew that I had that, it's kind of just reeling it in and making sure that once you catch them, that one, you keep it clean, obviously, right, and then two, you get past them as quick as you can on a track like this.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for coming and talking with us. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you at Milwaukee Mile next week, I hope.
Yeah, man, and I hope to be talking to y'all again. If not, there'll be that time. You know me.
Yep.
I got luckily enough in a team that brings some strong trucks out, so I don't think this will be the last time we talk this season.
I like your style, pal, and we'll talk to you later, my friend.
All right, thank you.
All right, TJ, I know you were kind of split between broadcaster and race control, but what's the rundown for Mr. Barnier here?
I mean, it was a great race. Obviously, the caution-filled moment of the race that we had. One of them, I cannot believe iRacing through the yellow. I think it was the 98 got sideways all by himself, and in iRacing through that caution, and Cody and myself were kind of like, really? That was a yellow? Other than that, just some little stuff, guys trying to get every inch when, there was only millimeters to give, but that's good racing, right?
Yeah.
As long as you don't tear up too much stuff. Another good race, I think, for this series. We head to Milwaukee. Like I said, I know nothing about the place. It sounds like it's got short track racing vibes with a New Hampshire feel. I'm excited. I think it'll be fun. Hey, Frey's here.
Hi, Ryan.
Oh, hello. I thought I was just waiting.
Oh, you're waiting? Okay, well,
Well, say hi for everybody at home. This is the beautiful ACAR Frey Trucking Series owner, Ryan Frey. In case you didn't know him.
Hi.
Trust me, he's not always this awkward. But everybody, take care. We'll see you next Monday at Milwaukee Mile. Stay cool, stay safe, and don't do anything stupid, everybody. See you later.
Deuces, yeet.